Gonna get one more thing done, right?
Almost.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, today is Wednesday, October 23rd. Call this meeting to order. Did you have a chance to look at the meeting minutes of October 2nd? Any questions on the meeting, on the minutes?
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
Second motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Bills, communications, and the warrant. Any questions on the warrant?
I have none.
Yep. None.
I make a motion to accept the monthly warrant.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next thing on the agenda is a review and vote on the board submit 2019 budget.
Okay, that's me.
Take it away.
Christine, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me today. I'm Christine Landry, I'm the accountant from Fenton Walden Associates, and with the help of Lynn and Mike, we prepared this budget. Everything looks good, just a couple, I'll give you a quick overview of the budget guidelines. I don't know if you guys all got these budget guidelines this year. But it's thick, but it's not as much, it's not as bad as you think. It's not as hard of a read as it might appear at first. I'll tell you the highlights. The highlights are, there's a 10% increase in the budget cap, the annual, which is everything but utilities. And so basically they take what you were given last year as your figure to target, and they added 10% to that. So that's pretty awesome.
Is that the highest it's been in a while?
So that's as high as it's been in a while. It was, we did get 10%, years back, but it's
Okay.
been like 4,
Yeah.
3, 1 year we got 0.
Yes.
But it equates to $63,000, which seems kind of high, but I don't know if that's right or not. I might have done that wrong. No, it equates to $40,000 basically. So, which is wonderful. That's terrific. So, we use that as our target. There were 2 initiatives. One is a non-routine initiative where for every unit that you have, they'll give you $200 per unit that as a lump sum that you can apply to your authority in anything extraordinary that you would like to do for your authority. So Lynn and Mike have some ideas how to use that. Also, there is a tech allowance, which is anything technology related, and they gave us, every authority, $5,000 for that purpose. So with that, and then lastly, they came out with a new executive director salary calculation worksheet. So we would like to, the way that the calculation came out, Lynn was like right on the money on the, so she hasn't had an increase in about 3 years or so. So I'd like to propose that with the sanction of DHCD, we can do this, give Lynn a 3% increase, which is a reasonable, general increase, percentage, that is customary. And she's earned it. So I'd like to propose in this budget, this increase for Lynn, as well as for Julie, 3%, which is customary as well. So with that said, those are the main highlights of the budget. We go to the first.
Can I just like, can
Yes,
I
right,
interrupt for a
please.
quick second? Only because if I do this while we're going along, it would make more sense.
Yes.
As far as the $200 per unit, we have in there $500 just for a little office upgrade that we've done some, but the budget started in July 1st. And then just a little bit more for $500. I don't even think we're gonna spend that, but that's what we allowed. The rest of the money, what we'd like to do, and Mike and I, sat down to think what we needed for it. We're gonna have a big bid going out for the vinyl siding. We're not sure how much the bids are gonna come in as, but one of the things we do want is new shutters for the brick on the buildings. If we don't have, if the bid comes in a little bit more money than what is expected, we might not be able to buy the shutters. So I just wanna keep this money on the back burner. That way, if the bid comes in and we can find the shutters, we do have other ideas to spend the money, with the money. But right now, I just wanna keep it there in case we can't buy the shutters, we can use that money to buy the shutters just for the, sorry, not the brick, just for where the vinyl is being replaced on the wood. So that's what we want to do. If not, we're thinking a wooden gazebo, the wind keeps blowing off the cloth gazebo, and a couple other things around the grounds to spend the rest of the money on. But right now, we just want to keep that in there for the shutters, just in case. We'll know as soon as the bid comes in whether we're going to need it for that or not. The other thing is a tech allowance. We're just going to use it. We wanted new computers. We had a tech allowance, I think, a couple of years, last year, the year before. So we're just going to combine it together to get new computers and some things for the some things with maintenance with an answering machine for work orders for the office. So that's what we plan to do with that. And that's what we plan to do with the money that's given from the HCD. Sorry.
Perfect,
Okay.
well done. That is a great segue
Yeah.
to what you're going to see. All those things have been included in this budget. In particular, you'll see administrative other. So let's go first. Is everybody familiar with the layout of this page? This is the 4001 budget summary.
So we're just gonna stop.
Yeah.
And what we, you will notice, so this is each of the line items that you will see on the financial statement. The fiscal year 19, those are your actuals that just ended June 30th. The budget that related to that year is right next to it. Then this is the proposed budget, is fiscal year 20 budget. And then the line item change represents how the budget has changed from one year to the next. Right off the top, the administrative salaries, you see that's a 3% change for Julie and for Lynn. A 4% increase on accounting fees. It's really, we just kind of evaluated where we're at and all the time that is spent on all the new DACD initiatives and paperwork and all that. So we, as a firm, are using 4% this year. Now, 4190 administrative other. The reason that looks like a decrease, it's really not. It's actually an increase. We had in there $6,000, $6,500 for the legal settlement on the biohazard stuff.
Oh, okay.
So that's where it went.
Yeah.
That's where DHCD had initially told us, and where we did put it last year. So when you take that out and put in the answering service, there's a net decrease
So
of $3,700.
when we needed Servco to come out and clean an issue that we
Exactly.
had, we paid for it. DHCD reimbursed us for it, so that's what she's talking about in that line.
Exactly. So DHCD did reimburse us. It didn't come out of our budget, but they did want it presented in the financial statements. And so that's why we increased the administrative other and we increased the expenses accordingly. So that's why it looks like it's a decrease, but it's actually, we're increasing that line item for the answering service, which is wonderful. It's gonna help the authority manage all the calls that come in, and especially Mike's time. You know, when calls come in and it's an emergency, they'll notify Mike right away. You'll hear about it as the time goes on when you get your service, but it's a lot of the housing authorities, and DHCD is encouraging authorities to do. Some people have sticky note systems set up. If it's a red sticky note on a window, that's an emergency. If it's a yellow sticky note, that means for the maintenance guy to come over. Like, some people have different systems that they've been using for years and years and years, which they've adapted to their own authorities, but an answering service is really a good idea. So we've included that.
Keeps things organized.
It keeps things organized, and it takes the pressure off
Yep.
the authority getting calls all the time.
Plus, it also helps with him getting calls in the middle of the night for things that are non-emergency. So if they call him on a non-emergency, the answering machine won't call him. The answering service, I'm sorry, won't call him like to say it's unless it's a true emergency. So they kind of like, you know, just like redirect the calls and let them know that this is not an emergency, but maintenance will be out during maintenance hours to fix it. So that's exactly what happens.
And if it is an emergency, they'll call.
Yep, yep,
That's the other
absolutely.
beautiful thing.
Yep,
And it doesn't have to be done by Lynn.
yep,
Or even Mike. Some places have given out the direct line of the
yep.
maintenance person. Maintenance labor, so we've increased that. Mike is gonna be doing some extra work over the course of the year, so I increased that just in case it comes up. We were as you can see, we were very, very close to the budget. So I bumped up the budget a little bit, the things that might come up. And for his salary goes up in April. We don't know what that's gonna be. I can't touch that line item. That line, the rate has to stay whatever the Department of Labor and Industry has determined it to be as of April 1st. So there's a little cushion there for that.
What happens if it goes over? I mean,
We can revise the budget
Okay.
if we have to.
Yep,
DHD will not off, they know the rates.
okay,
We get notified of the rates.
okay,
So it's all above board.
Yeah.
It's all sanctioned,
all right.
not to worry. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is what it is. Like the materials I decreased, I brought it down just a tad. Because we just aren't using the full amount, same with contracts. It just wasn't necessary to have extra in those lines. So, when all is said and done, if you go to the left side of the bottom page, you'll see that it's a break-even budget, basically. Also, the reserves will come in at 63%. When all is said and done.
And what is it we have in there? Is that lower than what we usually carry, or?
Sometimes it all varies.
Yeah.
As of June 30th, it was 63%.
Okay.
So we expect it to stay the same.
Okay.
And as long as you're over 35%, DHC is very happy.
Okay,
So we're fine.
okay.
We have a nice cushion, we've got a nice reserve level of 101,649. That's what your reserve level is at as of July 1st. So assuming that there's nothing major that comes up, we should be fine. Very comfortable. That's the 4,000 one. The 689 is getting, did you want to talk about that one, some work that you're anticipating?
Yes, our 689, we've gone back and forth, we've had a few meetings over the past years, which we've brought to the board. In the past, we needed a bathroom project done. This was with the old group that was there, now we have a whole new group that's in there. So new tenants and everything, new manager, new management that's renting that. So they wanted some windows replaced, so we had the bathroom we were gonna do, but we switched our capital improvement plan to help fix the to help fix the bathroom. They wanted the windows, so we switched it back. Well, now that we have a new program in there, it's necessary that the bathroom does need to be done, and also the upstairs bathroom is leaking. So can you just shut that door? I'm sorry. So right now we have in there, we switch it back to the bathroom, and upstairs is leaking. So we're working with a company that actually installs, they don't install, they sell the sides of the walls, and I guess the floor, it's pieces that come in can be installed. Very easy. If we were going to hire a contractor, it would cost a lot of money. They said our maintenance department can do the work, so that's why we have some more extra for Mike to do this work. It's gonna be a bigger job. They have to actually go down to the studs, make sure there's no mold, fix what's there, and then they can put the pieces on the back wall. So this is the process we're doing right now. We're just waiting for the approval from DHCD to switch our capital improvement from the windows back to the bathroom. Once that's been approved, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get these side pieces. It's from a wholesaler, so we don't have to go through like a regular company. They send it, ship it direct, and it can be installed by maintenance. A lot of new housing authorities are using this company. It's a really nice product. We're just waiting to get the plans together to have them draw something up for us. So that's for us, $689. That's all we have right now is the 2 bathrooms. We had the barn project there. We're gonna actually fix the floor because it's more important to do the bathroom right now because of the leaking bathroom upstairs than to do the floor. So we're gonna do some repairs on the floor and get the bathrooms done. So it's just tough because every program is different. This program is more important for the bathroom. The other one was more important. Plus the other program couldn't go without having a bathroom for like 2 or 3 days. This new program, people can walk up and down the stairs, so they can use the upstairs bathroom while the downstairs is being fixed and vice versa. So, that's it.
Excellent. So with that said, we're going to dip into the reserves a little bit, $3,000, which we have plenty of reserves in the 689 to do that, for the extra work that's going to be done over there. Now, what is are they due for a rent increase? I wasn't sure.
We haven't met with them yet. They
Okay.
just had one last year,
I
so
thought so.
I'm not sure if they're gonna agree on it this year, so we had a big one last year. So,
Right. Okay,
yeah, but we will be meeting with them, so if there is, I will let you know.
okay, fine.
If there would be a difference.
That's fine, that's fine. So that, with that said, like I said, we're going to dip into the reserves a little bit. Our reserve level is 366.49%, which is well above the 35%. And it's a very healthy 689 program.
So our reserves are 366%, so if the coverage for,
Exactly.
it would be okay to take some out of this.
And we can take a little bit of the non-routine money as well.
Okay,
That $200 per unit
yeah,
covers the 689, so you're entitled to 1,600 over here as well.
from the unit
From
per
unit
unit.
per unit.
Okay,
So you got, you're all,
covered.
you got.
Which I think it should cover it, but I'm just saying if anything
Sure.
happens and comes in, we can actually, because I didn't realize that one was that big, so. All right, great.
So that's good. You guys are in great financial shape. Lynn and Judy did a phenomenal job, honestly, truly, as you know. I don't have to tell you that. Keeping track of the receivables were, I think, 0 last month. And I'm excited to see where we're at this month. You know, they're right on top of the receivables, which is really, really important for cash management of an authority. And, you know, you should be very happy. You should be very happy with the situation and the financial condition of the authority. It's healthy. Kudos. Exactly. And Mike too, it's a team effort for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Mike, not to be slighted in the least, he's right there.
And he
Oh,
really is
yeah.
a big, he has helped us, like I say all the time, to saving money in certain construction areas where even we just, like I said, we had the audit come in, the construction guy came out from DHCD. Really happy with what Mike's doing. Some of the work that he's producing, we can't even get out of you know,
Yeah.
hiring a big contractor company, so we've been very lucky to save a lot of money around here.
That's why he gets the big bucks.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah. Only
Yeah,
working
we are
18 hours a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was 20.
So, so that's good. Okay, so let's just so that you're aware of the salaries, you need to be, when you sign off on the certification pages, you have to certify that you're aware of the salary for Lynn and for Mike. And for Julie.
When does that come?
More
into effect?
importantly, the executive, it's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna
these-
vote on it today,
and
and
these-
then it goes back to July
That's exactly
1st.
what I was asking.
So it's retro,
They
yes.
go
it's
retro.
retro.
Yes, it's
Yeah, I
retro.
was asking that
Yes.
because wasn't fair. It was for the July extension. No.
Correct. This is for the full budget year,
Yeah,
July 1st.
yes,
through
July
June
to
30th.
July, yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
So the next page is the schedule of salaries. You can see last year's salary, the 3% increase,
Mm-hmm.
and how it's allocated between the two programs for Julie and for Lynn. The next page is Mike's salary. Again, I increased the overtime on both the 4,001 and the 689, just to give it a little cushion should things come up. You also have the ability of $4,000 worth to bring in some seasonal, like you've done in the past where you bring in young kids.
Yes.
During the summer months, you've got that in the budget as well. And the last page is the non-routine page. And that's just where you're gonna see what we're talking
This,
about.
excuse me, this new system, won't affect that $85,
The new what?
but the new system that you're gonna have for calls, maintenance calls.
It's line item 4190.
Yes.
Well, what he's saying is if we have an answering service, is he gonna lose his on-call? Because, well, no, because he's still
No,
on
he's still
call.
gonna be on call.
Because if they call him, he still has to come in.
He
So-
still has.
Yeah, he's still on call, he just won't be getting extraneous calls.
Yeah.
You won't be getting a call at 3 o'clock in the morning.
What the hell, they have a dog barking in
Yes, yeah,
Right,
in the backyard.
exactly.
absolutely.
Yeah, that'll suck, because a lot of times I get calls that there's a car parked in front of my, I
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Or somebody watching
Yes.
laundry at 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
calling to
Yeah.
say the dryer's broken.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah, I gotten woken up,
And
yeah.
have all kind of the calls.
Yeah,
right.
So that will stop that.
Because they don't have idea what work is.
Right.
Yeah, but in an emergency situation, he has to answer the phone,
Yes.
so that's where the
Oh, yeah, it's different.
Absolutely.
If
It's
a
still
flooding, if there's a fire, don't need call him, I have the fire department.
That's right.
Now, when you have leftover funds for snow removal, what happens to that?
Well, it's, I can even explain it, because we're just budgeting that, so if we just change the budget to,
If you don't spend it, it goes right back into the pot of your money.
yeah.
All right,
Not to worry.
Well, we
You
don't
don't
lose
lose that,
it,
you don't
don't
lose
lose it.
No.
If we don't have snow, we don't lose
Then
the
you
money.
get the extra money.
The money, that's,
Right back
We
into
just,
the
but
bottom.
we just have to change the budget just to make our line items match, because we don't wanna be over, is it 10% over?
Well, they've changed that.
They've changed that, okay,
So now they're doing a bottom line
okay.
look. And they're not doing the 10%. After we've got everybody trained to look at their
Really?
financial statements for the 10%, but it's
So it's a lot less work.
a lot less
Instead of
work.
having to rewrite your budget.
Basically, what they're doing is they're looking at your reserves and they're saying, are you spending your money wisely?
Right? Okay,
And the bottom line of your authority. Like,
Yeah.
So when which you guys are perfectly fine. But it's just results in either no findings, a corrective action, or, I forget what the third thing is, a note.
oh yeah,
if by any chance we have blizzards like we had 3 years ago,
Yes.
and we go over
No
the
problem.
limit, no problem.
No problem at all.
We wouldn't have to
we might have to revise the budget
okay, just
Yeah.
kind of,
to account for that.
Yes.
In March, we'll take a look at the whole year, and if we need to revise the budget, we will.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll be notified of that.
Yeah.
And that, of the budget change, you'll sign off on it, that we have to increase it for the
Yeah, that,
snow or whatever
okay,
might happen.
yeah, because we never know. Could
Right,
people go-
right.
I'm not gonna
With that size of budget that year you were talking about, we actually had to hire an outside company to push the snow back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember the.
Yeah,
year
once the
that we
piles
were
get to
sleeping
us-
in the couch.
yeah, once
That's-
the piles get to a certain size, we have to have them moved.
Yeah, well,
There's
it's
nowhere,
crazy.
there's nowhere else for the snow to go.
The DPW has been good, but I mean, that year they were crazy busy on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
luckily we had a contractor come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to, because we don't have space to put snow.
Right.
Yeah.
Any questions? Okay.
That season labor, that's what,
For the,
Yes.
the season.
kids.
Yes, we didn't have it this year because we weren't as busy, but if he is going to take on that 689 project, it might be worth it to have kids here to do the
Definitely.
lawn, you know, the lawn and
The
other
lawn,
normal
yeah.
maintenance during the summer that would take, you know, away from him, so.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, because he can.
Yeah, and honestly, I think this year we're probably going to need it because we're gonna have the vinyl siding project going on, we're gonna have the alarm project going on, we're gonna have the bathroom project going on. And he's gonna have to kind of oversee everything, so at least he can have somebody, or, you know, the two kids here doing the things that
Young
he would
adults.
normally do.
Young
Yeah, the younger guys doing the
adults.
things.
You never know.
Young adults, there you go.
The bathroom?
The bathroom's at, I explained to you at, Garfield Street.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
good.
so he's
Yeah,
gonna be
I
doing the
Well,
work
we have
over
a couple
there.
here too.
Yeah.
that we need
Yeah.
to do, so.
Yep, so we have a bunch of projects going on, and some of them are actually in the project of going out to bid, so once.
No, anything's impossible, one person go before.
Yeah, I mean, it's too
Right.
much for one person to do all of that.
And-
Okay.
Yep.
You can, afford it. You know, you
Of
have the room to get the extra help, it's absolutely worth it.
Good.
So, if everybody approves, then we need, some motions to approve the budget for each one separately. And on here, you'll need to read this,
Do you want me to read it out loud?
Sure. other these two.
Okay, stop one. Does anybody have any questions before we
I
go
think the
forward?
question I have, I asked already.
All right,
Excellent.
Mr. Gomes, do you have any questions? Okay,
I don't think, no,
what's that?
I'm all set.
All right, so I'm gonna put, the cushion, I guess the.
Down below, the motion,
Yeah, so in the red, I don't have to
yes.
read that, right?
No, just say,
The Acushnet Housing Authority? Okay.
down below, right,
Yeah, I just
that,
want
in
to make
that
sure.
box.
All right, so I just want to make sure which one's which.
Sure.
Does it say right on the top or?
Yes, it does. It says four on the right side.
Yeah, these both say 4,000.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you want me to just change?
Take a look.
Yeah, I can just change the numbers on one.
Yeah, and then I'll give you the new one. That's weird. Like I said, I was having trouble with my printer.
Oh, maybe the
No,
second
this is
page.
689, right there.
Well, what did it say?
Right.
Okay, I was looking at the red.
That's okay.
Sorry. about
No
that.
problem.
All right, perfect. All right.
So what do you need?
So I am going to read this motion, I'm going to read this out, and then if the board could make a motion second, and then it has to be approved by all of you. So the Acushnet Housing Authority moved that the proposal operating budget for state aided housing of the Acushnet Housing Authority, chapters 200, 667, 705, and 689, this is, actually I didn't do that, program number 689 for fiscal year ending 6/30/2020. Showing total revenue of $25,494 and total expenses of $28,750, thereby requesting subsidy of 0. And further, that the executive director's total annual salary of $38,824 for fiscal year ending 6/30/2020 be submitted to the Department of Housing and Community Development for its review and approval. I need somebody to make a motion and then second, and I need to vote on
You have a motion?
Second.
no, wait,
No,
wait, the
oh,
motion.
Can I have a motion?
Oh, I make a motion.
A
We accept 689-1.
This is for 689 in the amount of $20,750.
Yes, I make a motion.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Mrs. Souza?
Aye.
The motion passes.
All right, perfect. All right, a proposed operating budget for state-aided housing of the Acushnet Housing Authority, Chapter 401, which would be 667, for fiscal year ending 6/30/2020, showing a total revenue of $277,024 and total expenses of $296,892. Thereby requesting a subsidy of $44,468, and furthering that the executive director's total annual salary of $38,824 for fiscal year ending 6/30/2020 be submitted to the Department of Housing and Community Development for its review and approval.
You have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Gomes?
Aye.
Mrs. Souza?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, so before you leave, I have to have all of you sign this. All right, thank you so much.
My pleasure. It's wonderful. Do this budget.
Yesterday, we made one.
Doesn't it seem like that? It's like every year gets shorter and shorter.
Good job. Good job. Director's report.
All right, I don't have much, I just have a few things. I actually sat down with a gentleman the other day about looking into solar panels. Right now, he's doing some kind of a study through Google Maps on our roofs to see if we can support using solar panels on the roof to pay our electric bill. I'm not sure how it's gonna work out. I was hoping that we could be in touch and he could be here today, but unfortunately, we couldn't get everything ready for today. So hopefully for the next meeting, we can put it on the agenda. I was gonna ask the board that, if he was here, to make some kind of a vote into solar panels, but I don't feel comfortable doing that today since I don't have enough information to give you. I do know that, talking to a lot of people that do have solar, what happens is they put the panels on the roof. During certain months, you just withdraw a lot of energy and then the company buys back, so you can get credits. But seeing that some of our electric bills have been in the $3,000 range, I'm thinking that, looking into this, you do have to pay for the solar panels monthly, but sometimes in certain situations, it makes your bill zero, and what you're saving, you can pay for the solar panels. But I don't have any information of how much we get and how much we'd save, so I'm just gonna put this on the next agenda. But it was something that we were hoping to look into today, but we couldn't get the information to you fast enough.
We may not be able to put them on all because of the way they face.
Yes, and also the other thing he's looking into, because we do have this field, we don't have construction going on right now, we might be able to put a ground one in the field, depending on what size, and there's so many options. He even talked about we need more parking, maybe possibly putting up solar panels that people could park under. Not sure, in the winter that would be nice, it'd be less, people would have to, get cars and everything else. So right now, that's in the beginning stages, we're not doing anything. Yeah, people, they're like carports.
Oh, yeah.
The top is a
Yeah,
solar
yeah.
panel, and then you can just put parking
Well,
spaces.
that's beautiful because we don't have parking.
You actually, some companies, it's better off buying the solar panels, because if you can pay them off, I believe, in so many years, you get so many years of electricity for free. But it depends on the programs that they're offering, it depends on, how much sun rays we can get, and, how much credits and everything else, so it's all in the beginning stages.
So we'd have to have the accountant over here when they have that meeting, see if it pays.
Yes, well, what they do, it's pretty interesting, they pull up your electric bill from the last year, so it will show you how much you pay, then it could show you how much you could save in the months that would be zero, because what they try to do is they try to get your bill down to zero, and then the months probably like December, January, February, you might have a little bit of payments, but a lot of the credits that a lot of the energy you've gotten from the good months, like counteract with that, so it's awesome, they give you a chart and it tells you everything, so we haven't gotten that far, but we're in the beginning stages, so.
We have that system at our home.
Do you have, see, a lot, I've
We
heard
have-
so many great things.
We were very, very fortunate because we got it in the ground when they were just coming into our town.
Yep,
They
yeah,
wanted to establish a presence there. We pay a nominal lease fee for the
yep, the
For
panels.
the
panels. And then they, like you said, they do a study, they check out how many panels you would need on your roof to save X amount of dollars to make it worthwhile. And we have 0 bills, we've got a credit right now,
See
because of
that?
the summer.
I've heard nothing but great things about it,
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to look into it.
Our bills are always so small, because even though you pay even if it goes over the amount of the lease payment, or even if you pay a little bit, it's still so much less than the $3,000 like
Do
our.
any of these buildings face the front or back south?
You want it to be south facing.
All of them.
This is
Most of
south
them
this
have
way?
something, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
all of
and
them
that's
did,
what they're
that
looking
one.
into.
That's what you want, south
Yeah.
facing. We have the south facing
Yeah.
house.
And we only have one, box here, so we'd have to run it through the backs of the buildings to get the meter all the way to the box, but anything's, like I said, it's all in the work in progress, we're just working on it, hopefully, hopefully we can save like we can save $2,000-$3,000 electric bills, I mean, that's huge savings for us.
It was
in the
nice.
field- Sorry, Beth.
No, if they did the car, like,
The carport one, yeah.
for the, because we don't have,
You
Parking
read the
space.
book you're gonna do?
Nope, I'm gonna invite him, and then, hopefully he can have a whole show for you, presentation, and we can take it from that point.
I know on those carport ones, I know BCC has it over one of their parking lots, and
Yeah.
up at Cape, just over the bridge, they have it on one of their school parking lots. It's
The ice skating rink too,
with,
in Falmouth.
in Falmouth.
I did one there a few years ago.
Yeah, so
I
they're
mean, if we're not
pretty
gonna
interesting,
build
it's
a
nice.
building, then maybe we can,
exactly,
because
use
they're
for the
good for
parking.
20 years, I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know,
and use it
that
for
kind of
parking,
savings.
because
Yeah,
it avoids the people park,
yeah,
parallel parks in the cars they
Yep.
can, and if they can, UPS in ambulance, is it IC, and
yeah,
they don't know what to do.
Where to go.
Yeah.
Because they have cars one side and the other, the people don't know what to do.
absolutely. We'll have, and then during this, like I said, during the snowstorm, all the residents hopefully can get their
Yes.
cars under there, and it would be a lot less
It's
on
less-
us to plow and
yeah.
everything else. So it's just, like I said, in the beginning stages, so. And actually, on the next one, I was going to ask the board to vote for spending for the office, but that's in the budget, so if you voted for the budget, I really don't need a vote, so we can actually take this right off the agenda.
Good.
As far as the updated construction report, I did go over that with you. Everything's ready to be put up for bid. We're just waiting for the engineers on the siding project and the electrical project. Once I have the plans, I have the books, it's all been created, it's just in the process of being sent out. And as soon as we hear from them and the company, you know, the lowest bidder, I can present it to the board for a vote so we can go forward and start those projects. So that's all I have as of right now. Our apartment status, our apartments are fully rented, so we have nothing open right now.
Yay.
Excellent.
And that's our apartment status, and that's it.
That's it for you?
Yep.
Could I have a motion to accept the director's report?
Make a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Maintenance report.
Yeah, besides looking over my shoulder for being followed and stuff. Everything seems to be pretty good, like Lynn says, we have no apartments empty. We've been working the bathrooms on Garfield Street and been doing the office, but everything's been pretty normal.
And you're keeping a record of this? Looking over your shoulder?
Yeah, yeah, we have video cameras and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually working with our, we've been working on that right now, so.
Yeah. Good.
Is that Mike?
That's it, yeah.
I have a motion to accept Michael's report.
Make a motion to accept maintenance report.
All
I second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. date for the next meeting.
Before she gives you the date for the next meeting, I just wanna, go, we actually, because we had Mr. Mulvey leave the board, we have a letter, which I've included in all your package, from an interested, town resident. I'm going to be sending this to the selectman's office. I just actually, spoke with them today. Their next meeting is October 26th, but they're gonna be in the process of hiring a new police chief, so that's gonna be a long meeting. So they want to know if we can meet, both boards together on November 12th to go forward and appoint somebody in Mr. Mulvey's position.
What date you want?
November 12th. As far as the time, I can get back to you. I'm not sure about the time, but I know the meeting is November 12th, so I wouldn't be there. It would be our board with the Acushnet Selectmen Board over at where the selectmen meet. If any letters come in, they'll give them to me, vice versa, we give them to them, and then the board can review the letters that we've received. So far, we've just received one letter. Also, just to let the board know, our governor's appointee, we're taking care of that situation. Mr. Brown is going to come back to the board. We're just waiting for the governor's letter. DHCD is working on getting his appointment official so he can come back and sit on the board. Once that's done, we're gonna have a full board, and then we can start getting all our policies together. I've been working on them. I just figured I'd wait till we have a 5-member board to go ahead and get the policies going so that they can be enforced.
Very good. Now, can we have a date?
You know.
Yeah.
Wednesday, November 20th.
One week before Thanksgiving. I think that's usually 28.
Yep, 20.
28, yeah.
Very good. Any other business before the board? If there isn't any, motion to adjourn.
First motion?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.